For the entire period that William Ruto conducted his development tour in the northern part of Kenya, the presidential team gave us and painted for us a picture of a man who was received well. And we saw pictures of William Ruto heaping promises after the other. He mastered all the roads, and he was telling us each and every road that is connecting those countries, Wajir, Wandera, and all that, Marsabit, Isiolo. In every road, he was telling us there is a contractor. And he launched quite several projects there. Then came that day when he signed an executive order that abolished the strict vetting of the people from the northern part of Kenya when they apply for the national IDs. And so William Ruto knew very well and was very hopeful that he was going to conclude his tour very proudly, because one of the things he wanted is to show that he is loved. While there, he had even told off those who are criticizing him that he's got a PhD. He even told them that he's going to show them dust come 2027. And I was just wondering, what is happening in Northeastern? Because in every corner of the world, Kenyans are tired of William Ruto and his policies. If you see people who are still praising William Ruto, two things must happen. These are people who have been bought. These are people who are benefiting directly. Maybe their friends or relatives have been appointed into certain positions, or people who still blindly follow other political leaders who are supporting William Ruto. But genuinely, it's very difficult to get someone who still believes in William Ruto. And the moment that I was waiting for arrived. There are youths who decided that they will no longer massage any leader, and they told off William Ruto to his face. Now, in a video that has gone viral, what really caught my attention is the fact that William Ruto lost his school, revealing his software. An easily angered man. And I was wondering, if this man gets angry very easily in front of Kenyans, youths who are heckling him, what makes you think he cannot order some youths who criticize him and call him Kasongo, to be arrested?
Ukirusha mawe. Salamu alaikum. Pole sana. I think there is nothing to talk.
Isiolo oye! Isiolo oye!
Hapa Isiolo, Marsabit, tumekuwa na matatizo ya watu kutoka nchi nyingine. Wanaleta madawa ya kulevya hapa. Wanauzia watoto wetu. Mimi nataka niwaambie, hawa wenye kuuza madawa tutawasafirisha. Hakuna vijana wa Kenya watalishwa madawa hapa Isiolo ama sehemu nyingine yoyote ya Kenya.
And I have seen the president team, the bloggers and those who handle his social media pages, trying to say that all this was stage managed. And I'm like, is it the first time William Ruto is being heckled? Because if something is stage managed, then we would consider it if things have been rosy for William Samoei Ruto. But you see, of late, we've seen William Ruto and all his allies being heckled anyhow wherever they go. From where you sit, because I know these are videos that have gone viral, you've seen, you've commented on them. Do you believe that this was choreographed? Do you think someone stage managed, or do you think someone, because they were saying that somehow some youths were given money to go and heckle William Samoei Ruto. If you ask me, from where I sit, and I could be wrong, I personally believe that these are youths who are tired, sick, and tired of Ruto's government. Because William Ruto came to power on a golden platform. William Ruto came with lofty ambitions and promises. And if you do an assessment of all the promises that William Ruto gave, and you want to give William Ruto a scorecard of just 0 to 10, I can assure you, truthfully speaking, that William Ruto can get a maximum of 4 out of 10. Without telling us what he has done, he continues promising one after the other. And I remember a few days ago, Rigathi was saying that, we really need to put Ruto to task, to ask him to implement what he promised first, before he continues telling us, tumepanga, tumetenga, tunataka kufanya hii. And politically, Ruto is very sharp. He comes to an area and he will master all the markets and all the roads. And he will be mentioning them. From here to here, we have a contractor. From here to here, we have a contractor. From here to here, we have committed millions or billions of shillings. And the people who gather there do not have the luxury or the privilege to confront him and tell him, hapo unadanganya. You see, when a president comes somewhere and is surrounded by the GSU or squad or all the security apparatus, very few people would have the guts to tell him, hapo unadanganya. It is like a sermon when a preacher is on the altar and is preaching about God. Even if you know that he's lying, you don't have the privilege or the right to tell him, hapo unadanganya. So when William Ruto goes to all these places and he starts promising and telling them tumetenga, all we see are people clapping. Yet, after scrutiny, when Ruto has left, and in fact, I just want you to go back to Nyanza, you go to Western, and really look at the promises that William Ruto had given, you will realize that majority of those promises were politically instigated, and there is nothing to show for it. Rigathi puts it this way, that alitaja mabarabara, paka Mount Kenya wakaanza kuklap. And that is the same thing that he's doing. So these people, I have a feeling that they are just sick and tired of all the lies and all the promises. Some of them are people who have completed school, but there is no light at the end of the tunnel, I can assure you. And there are people who are just angry that their fellow youths are being abducted. And so they feel there is nothing to connect them to Kasongo himself, because even Kasongo has detached himself from the people. Let me tell you, you can lie to some people sometimes, but you cannot lie to all the people all the time. And when I'm looking at all these impromptu and planned rallies and development tours, they are usually dressed in their Sunday best, and they will try as much as they can to ensure that people are given them some money in advance so that they don't shout, even those who are disgruntled. But then, what the youth did today, I can assure you, William Ruto is not a very happy man. Don't be surprised if the DCI follows those youths who are, they will single out a few. That is what happened during the Gen Z protest, and they were picked up one by one. You saw how William Ruto was vexed, from the countenance to the voice. William Ruto was annoyed because he does not want to take criticism. You cannot criticize William Ruto face to face. You cannot do it online on social media. That is why youths who try to criticize him are abducted. And you saw the man we've been talking about. Hamtanitisha serikali. And then scapegoating is one thing that this government has. That now he's trying to associate those people who are making noise to an imaginary drug vendors who intoxicated the youths before they started making noise. According to William Ruto, he does not believe that there are Kenyans who are simply mad at his government because of the policies, so that whenever you heckle, either you are sent or someone has dragged you. I mean, this man, William Ruto, as the president of the country, enjoys intelligence, and he understands why people are mad. He understands why people are sometimes arrogantly heckling him. These are things that he will have to be used to. Ladies and gentlemen, come 2027, I do not see how William Ruto is going to win in 2027, except in the event that there are some election malpractice. But if we have to conduct a true, honest, and verifiable election, you've seen from every corner of this country, people are tired because of the bad policies, because of the high taxes, because of uongo. Kila mara anaendelea kutenga, anaendelea kutoa ahadi. And Kenyans have decided, no, we need to change our leadership. And it is going to be very difficult for William Ruto. I know he has picked on dynasties, but Kenyans are not going to blindly listen to leaders who are just telling them, vote for William Samoei Ruto. They are going to scrutinize and find out what has he done to us. And so this kind of heckling, in as much as Ruto and the entire UDA brigade who are with William Ruto are very much vexed and annoyed and disappointed, the heckling will continue because Kenyans have decided that Kenyans have decided that we are not going to keep quiet. We're not going to keep silent. We're not going to watch as things deteriorate. And if you look at the social media, people are saying, Isiolo, we are proud of you. You placed him where he belongs. I can assure you that this pointer and the vector towards 2027 is something that William Ruto is not very happy about. I don't know what to think, but many Kenyans are saying, Isiolo, you've done us proud.